On a Tuesday morning in March, Jennifer opened her work email and found a 2-sentence message from her manager. It said her department was restructuring. Her role would be eliminated in 60 days. She'd been there 9 years. But here's the part that stopped me cold when Jennifer told me this story. So it wasn't outsourcing. It wasn't budget cuts. It wasn't a merger. Her manager's email included one line that Jennifer almost didn't notice. An automated workflow now handles the majority of your team's daily tasks. Jennifer's job wasn't eliminated by a recession. It was eliminated by software that had been quietly running in the background for 4 months before anyone told her. And she is not alone. This is the story of what's actually happening inside American companies right now, us, and what you can do about it before you get that email. What is an AI agent? Before we go any further, you need to understand what actually replaced Jennifer's job. Not ChatGPT, not a chatbot, not a search tool, an AI agent. Here's the difference. When you use ChatGPT, you type a question. It gives you an answer. You copy it. You paste it. You hit send. You did the work. The AI helped. An AI agent is something entirely different. You give it a goal, and it figures out every step on its own and executes them across multiple apps without you touching anything. Jennifer's job involved reading customer account updates, logging them in a database, generating weekly summary reports, and emailing them to her manager. Every single one of those steps, an AI agent can now do them, start to finish, triggered by a single morning alarm. That's what an AI agent is, not a tool you use, a system that does the job instead of you. And as of right now, in 2026, they are deployed inside companies across every major American city. And most employees have no idea the difference between AI tools and AI agents. The clearest way I've ever heard this explained, an AI tool is a calculator. You decide what to calculate. You type it in. You get the answer. You are always in control. You are always the one doing the work. An AI agent is a capable intern you can actually delegate to. You say, here's my goal. Here are the systems you have access to. Figure out the steps. Have it done by Friday. And you come back Friday to find it done. No check-ins, no hand-holding, no explaining the same thing twice. Here's why that distinction will define careers for the next decade. Tools make you more productive. Agents make you optional. A tool means your company needs you to use it. An agent means your company starts to ask, do we need the person at all? That question is already being asked inside companies you trust about roles you thought were safe. Which ones? Top jobs most at risk in America. I want to tell you about Sarah. Sarah has been a bookkeeper in suburban Chicago for 8 years. QuickBooks certified, reliable, detail-oriented. Her job, reconciling accounts, processing invoices, categorizing expenses, generating monthly reports. Last year, without telling Sarah, her company ran a 6-week pilot. They gave an AI agent access to her workflow. The agent matched her accuracy, ran 24 hours a day, never called in sick, didn't need health insurance. They didn't fire Sarah, but when her colleague left 3 months later, they didn't post the role. And when another colleague left after that, they didn't post that one either. Sarah's still there, but she's now doing the work of 3 people while the company quietly decides whether it needs a 4th. Sarah isn't a rare case. Researchers analyzed over 59,000 U.S. occupations using actual AI performance data and Bureau of Labor Statistics records. The highest risk American jobs in 2026, not factory workers, not truck drivers, not construction crews. The jobs most at risk are the ones that require a degree, sit in an office, and run entirely on a screen: bookkeeping and accounting clerks, customer support specialists, administrative assistants, data entry coordinators, payroll processors, HR coordinators, insurance claims processors, scheduling, and operations coordinators. Millions of Americans hold these titles right now. And the thing connecting every single one of them, the reason these jobs and not others, comes down to one insight that very few people are talking about: why repetitive work is the first to go. AI agents are not intelligent the way humans are. They cannot read a room. They cannot handle a situation they've never seen before. They cannot walk into a tense meeting and de-escalate it. They cannot look a frustrated client in the eye and fix a relationship. But there is one thing they do better than any human who has ever lived: execute a flowchart. If your job, at its core, can be written down as a step-by-step process, if it has clear inputs and predictable outputs, if it lives entirely inside a computer system, an AI agent can already do it. Sarah's bookkeeping? Every transaction follows a rule. Rule plus input equals output. That's a flowchart. Jennifer's account management, read update, login database, generate report, send email. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. That's a flowchart. The test is simple. Can you write a step-by-step instruction manual for what you do? If yes, an AI agent can learn to do it. Now, here's the part I want you to sit with for a second, because if you're listening to this right now and thinking, that sounds like a significant part of what I do, that feeling is worth paying attention to. Not because your job disappears tomorrow, not because you're about to get Jennifer's email, but because companies across America are running this exact calculation on every role in every department right now. And here's what I want you to hold on to before we move to the next part. 75% of jobs are expected to be augmented by AI, not replaced. Augmented, meaning AI handles the flowchart parts. You handle everything the flowchart can't. The question is, are you positioned to be the one who oversees the agent or the one the agent replaced? Some Americans already figured out which side they wanted to be on, and some of them are making more money than they ever did at the job they were afraid of losing. How to make money with AI agents. I want to tell you about Marcus. 6 months ago, Marcus was an account manager at a marketing agency in Phoenix, Arizona. No coding background, no engineering degree. He'd never built software in his life. But Marcus saw what was happening to jobs like Jennifer's, and instead of waiting to see if it would happen to him, he made a decision. He spent 3 months, nights and weekends, learning how to design AI agent workflows, not how to build AI, not how to code, how to connect existing tools, how to design the steps, how to supervise the output, how to deliver results to a client. He built his first workflow for a local real estate firm, automated their lead follow-up emails and CRM updates, charged them $1,500 to set it up, $400 a month to maintain it. Then another firm found out. Then a law office. Then a dental practice. Marcus now has 14 clients. He charges $2,000 a month per client. He still has his day job. That consulting income, $28,000 a month on the side. Marcus isn't unique. He's just early. Rachel in Nashville built a one-person content agency. A client sends her one long-form recording per month. Her AI agent workflow converts it into TikTok clips, LinkedIn posts, a newsletter, and social captions automatically. She supervises quality and delivers. $3,000 to $5,000 per client monthly. 8 clients. She doesn't write a single word of it. The pattern is the same for both of them. They didn't compete with AI. They put themselves between AI and the businesses that need it. AI needs someone to design the workflow. AI needs someone to review the output. AI needs someone who understands the business well enough to know when the agent got it wrong. That person doesn't need a computer science degree. They need to understand how the tools connect. And they need to be reliable enough that a business owner trusts them with it. Those are skills any motivated American can build, and they happen to be exactly what the U.S. job market is now desperate to pay for. How to protect yourself and the future jobs. Created by AI between 2023 and 2025, AI created over 640,000 new jobs in the United States, not replaced, created. And most of these new roles are not machine learning engineer or AI researcher. They're roles like AI operations specialist, the person who makes sure the agents are running correctly, AI workflow designer, the person who builds the automation processes, human AI collaboration manager, the person who decides which tasks stay human and which go to the agent, AI trainer, the person who improves agent performance over time. Companies are posting these roles in Chicago, Dallas, Atlanta, Denver, not just San Francisco, and they are struggling to fill them. Here is your 3-step protection plan. Step 1, run your own risk audit this week. Write down every task you do at work that is repetitive, rules-based, and lives entirely on a screen. That list is not your job. That list is the part of your job that is at risk. Sarah's list would have included invoice reconciliation, expense categorization, and monthly report generation. What's on yours? Step 2. Move toward oversight, not execution. Stop being the person who does the flowchart tasks. Start being the person who reviews the AI doing them, who catches the errors, who handles the exceptions, who advises on what the system should and shouldn't be trusted with. The most valuable employee in any department right now is not the most productive one. It's the one who understands both the business and the AI well enough to make the right calls when they conflict. Step 3, build one workflow this month. Zapier, Make, Microsoft Copilot Studio, N8N, all free to start. None require coding. Build one automation for your own work and something simple, a report that runs automatically, an email follow-up sequence, a data transfer that used to take you an hour, then put it on your resume. Designed and implemented AI agent workflow that automated weekly reporting saving 6 hours per week. That one line signals to every U.S. employer that you are not someone who waits to be automated. You are someone who automates. Now, remember Jennifer, the woman who got the email? Here's what she did next. After the shock wore off, Jennifer spent 6 weeks learning workflow automation. She reached out to 3 small businesses in her area, an accounting firm, a physical therapy practice, and a property management company. She offered to audit their operations and show them where AI agents could save them time. The accounting firm hired her as a consultant, part-time, $2,200 a month. Jennifer now makes more than she did at the job that eliminated her, and the skill she used to build that income is the same skill that replaced her job. She just learned which side of it to be on. Here's what I want you to leave with. The jobs aren't disappearing overnight, but the tasks inside those jobs, the flowchart work, the repetitive digital workflows, the structured processes, those are being handed to agents quietly inside companies most workers still trust completely. The people who see it first have a window. It closes when everyone else catches up. So, one question before you go, what's one task you do every week that a well-designed AI agent could handle? Drop it in the comments. I'm going to reply to every single one with a specific tool you can use. And next week, I'll walk you through building your first AI agent workflow from scratch using free tools with zero technical background required. The window is open. Jennifer walked through it. Your turn.